जय गुरुदेव।
निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। निताय गौर हरि बोल।
निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। निताय गौर हरि बोल।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। वीरेंद्र श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। और ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, शिवगण कृष्णदास प्रभु जी की जय।
जय।
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you all devotees for joining once again. So yesterday we have, Thursday we have completed up to verse number 20. So today we will be starting with verse number 21 onwards. Prabhuji, just a minute, I will be back. Just sorry. Sorry, Prabhuji. So we will start with verse number 21 today. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtaki. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangum Langayade Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam. Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanyamishram Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chashurun Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Mahyam Dadanti Supadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udavadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Sagana Rehunadhanidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lalada Sri Vishakanyadamsha. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगल्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निधि नामने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णु विष्णु कृष्णाय हरे कृष्णा। Welcome all devotees. Hare Krishna. So, verse number 21 we are reading. Prabhuji, purport, will it complete? I will read
Yes,
to the...
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. एवं सदा कर्मकलापमात्मना परे अधियज्ञे भगवत्यधोक्षजे सर्वात्मभावं विदधन् महीमितां तन्निष्ठ विप्राभिहित शशासः एवं सदा कर्म कलापमात्मनः परेधियज्ञे भगवत्यधोक्षजे सर्वात्मभावं महीमिमां तन्निष्ट विप्राभिहितः शशासः. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. In performing his prescribed duties as king, Maharaja Ambarisa always offered the results of his royal activities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is the enjoyer of everything and is beyond the perception of material senses. He certainly took advice from Brahmanas who were faithful devotees of the Lord, and thus he ruled the planet Earth without difficulty. Okay, Hare Krishna. Purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 5.29, Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhudanam Nyadvamam Shanti Mricshati. People are very much anxious to live in peace and prosperity in this material world. And here in Bhagavad Gita, the peace formula is given personally by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone should understand that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the ultimate proprietor of all the planets and is therefore the enjoyer of all activities, political, social, cultural, religious, economic, and so on. The Lord has given perfect advice in Bhagavad Gita, and Ambarisha Maharaja, as the ideal executive head, ruled the entire world as a Vaishnava, taking advice from Vaishnava Brahmanas. The Shastras enjoin that even though a Brahmana may be well versed in the occupational Brahmanical duties and may be very learned in Vedic knowledge, he cannot give advice as a guru until he is a Vaishnava. Satkarma Nipuno Vipro Mandra Tantra Visharadaha Avaishnavo Gurur Na Syad Vaishnava Shwapajo Guruhu. Therefore, as indicated here by the words Tan Nishta Viprabhihata. Maharaja Ambarisha took advice from Brahmanas who were pure devotees of the Lord, or ordinary Brahmanas who are merely learned scholars or experts in performing ritualistic ceremonies, are not competent to give advice. In modern times, there are legislative assemblies whose members are authorized to make laws for the welfare of the state. But according to this description of the kingdom of Maharaja Ambarisha, the country or the world should be ruled by a chief executive whose advisors are all devotee Brahmanas. Such advisors or members of the Legislative Assembly should not be professional politicians, nor should they be selected by the ignorant public. Rather, they should be appointed by the king. When the king, the executive head of the state, is a devotee and he follows the instructions of devotee, Brahmanas in ruling the country, everyone will be peaceful and prosperous. When the king and his advisors are perfect devotees, nothing can be wrong in the state. All the citizens should become devotees of the Lord, and then their good character will automatically follow. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana Sarvair gunais tatra samasade suraha harava bhaktasya udo mahadguna manoradhena sati dhavato bahihi. One who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead has all the good qualities of the demigods. But one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental platform and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.12. Citizens under the guidance of a Krishna conscious king will become devotees, and then there will be no need to enact new laws every day to reform the way of life in the state. If the citizens are trained to become devotees, they will automatically become peaceful and honest. And if they are guided by a devoted king advised by devotees, the state will not be in the material world but in the spiritual world. All the states of the world should therefore follow the ideal of the rule of administration of Maharaja Ambarisa as described here. Hare Krishna. Beautiful perfect Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
What
So my humble obeisances to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So very beautiful chapter we are reading about the glories of a devotee here, Ambarish Maharaj.
Yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada always used to quote this very famous verse actually, which we read 18 to 20, the previous class. Ambarish Maharaj, how he executed Krishna consciousness, very famous verse. And it is saying how Ambarish Maharaj actually performed all the Navavidha Bhakti. We know the Sharavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So there is example for each and every anga of this, like Shravanam, Parikshit Maharaj, Kirtanam, Sudev Goswami, like that. But all the 9 process was completely executed by Ambarish Maharaj. So that is the verse actually, previous verse, Saive Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor. And how he's using his mind, how he's using his words in glorifying Krishna, how he's using his hands in cleaning the temple, ears in hearing the narration of the Lord. So like that. So Maharaj Ambarish Maharaj is actually glorified as a pure devotee of the Lord. And Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says Raja Rishis. They are not kings, they are rishis, means they are actually spiritual kings. That's why Raja means king, Rishi means already spiritual platform. So Maharaj is such a, Maharaj Ambarish is such a Raja Rishi. So here Sudhir Goswami is describing in performing how Maharaj Parishit actually performing his duties as a king. So this verse number 13 to 28, and there are 7 more verses actually, it is describing about the qualities and activities of Ambarish Maharaj. And then after that comes Ambarish Maharaj citizens after this section. Okay, so here we are mainly describing about the qualities and activities of Ambarish Maharaj in this 21 to 28. So here as one of his, we can see his qualities and activities in performing his prescribed duties as a king. So how Maharaj Ambarish has always offered the result of his royal activities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Because we know that Krishna is saying, whatever you do as an, we say, Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. We always offer the result to the Lord. That's how we should do. Krishna also says, Et karosi, in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, Krishna is saying, Et karosi, et jnasi, et josi, dadasi, et tapasasi kaunteya, tat kurusva madarpanam. We have to offer the results to Krishna. It is same like something like we are giving a contract for building a house to a contractor. The contract is doing all the activities, building the house. Finally, after the house construction is completed, he is offering the house back to us. Similarly, because we are giving everything. So similarly, the Lord is giving us everything, the life, the energy, the intelligence, and the raw materials for whatever activities we are performing. So we are like the contractor, like we are building. So we are executing. And then the result of whatever activities we are doing, that should be offered back for the pleasure of the Lord. Because the Lord is actually, we know that he is the enjoyer of everything. Bhoktaram Vijratapasam. Prabhupada writes in the purport. I am the enjoyer. And beyond the perception of material senses. So, people are always searching for God. But we cannot see by our material senses. One time, one person in the assembly, when Prabhupada was giving lecture, he was challenging, are you seeing God? Like that to Prabhupada. In the middle of the lecture, he was saying, Prabhupada said, yes, I am seeing. Are you not able to? Then Prabhupada asked him back question, are you not able to see God? Then he said, no, I am not able to see God. Then Prabhupada immediately asked the next question, are you interested to see God? Like that. Then this person is telling from, I am not much interested. Then Prabhupada said, therefore you cannot see God. Because if you don't have desire, if you don't have this one, we cannot see by our material senses.
Yes.
Sevan mukhihi jivado. Only by serving the Lord we can get the darshan of the Lord. Atav Krishna namadi nabhavet grayam indriyai. By the material senses we cannot search God. Sometimes we go outside the space also, people search where is God. God cannot be seen by our blunt material senses. Atha Sri Krishna namadi nabhavet grayam indriyai. Through indriya we cannot see. But how we can, Sevan mukhihi jivado. We are chanting. The service starts with the chanting of holy name, engaging our tongue in chanting the Krishna's holy name. Sevan mukhihi jivado swayameva spuratyada. So Krishna will reveal after by pleased by our service. Pleased by our service to him, he will reveal. So, because that's what written beyond the perception of material senses. Sukadeva Goswami is specifically mentioning that Krishna cannot be perceived in these material senses. And also, one of the quality of Ambarish Maharaj is he took advice from Brahmanas. Who are the Brahmanas? Who are faithful devotees of the Lord. They were not ordinary Brahmanas. They are actually Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas means the Brahmanas who are faithful devotees of the Lord. And thus he ruled the planet Earth without difficulty. So because of he was taking advice from the Brahmanas, devotees, he was able to, he himself was a devotee, and he took advice from another, like consult, from other Brahmanas. So he was able to rule without any difficulty. So it's a very beautiful thing how the citizens and the earth was very prosperous during the reign of Ambarish Maharaj. So Srila Prabhupada is quoting the very famous verse. It's called the peace formula. The peace formula, Bhoktaram Ejratapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Bhokta means enjoyer. Yajna means what Krishna will enjoy. Bhokta, our yajna, whatever the yajna means, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is a yajna for the Kali Yuga. So Krishna enjoys our chanting. Bhoktaram Yajna and tapas. Tapas, we are following the 4 regulative principles, rising early in the morning, following Ekadasi. This is all tapasya. So that tapasya and yajna Krishna is enjoying. And why Krishna is enjoying? Because he is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Because he is the proprietor. Normally a company owner, he will enjoy all the profit of the company. He will come maybe in the company, maybe yearly 1 time, 2 times for the board meeting. But the rest of the time he is somewhere else. But at the year end, there is a board meeting, he will come and he will ask, how much is the profit this year in the company? Then whatever the CEO, everybody will tell, this much profit. Okay, all transfer to my account. And then he will go. So, because he is a Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, he enjoys not material things, he enjoys spiritual things. Yajna means it's spiritual. Because they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's not because Krishna is already having everything, material, everything is the owner. So the Yajna and Tapasa is engineering, and also he is the well-wisher of everybody. Surdam Sarva Bhutana. If anybody knows this, Jnatva, then about Krishna, Mam, then he will be always in peace. Santi Mrichati. So this is very, very important verse. Actually, it is called the peace formula in Bhagavad Gita, 5.20, in the last verse of chapter 5 of Bhagavad Gita. Action in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada mentions here that we are always looking for very peaceful life. We say Rama Rajya. We want Rama Rajya. If we want Rama Rajya, we should put Lord Ram in the center of our life. God in the center of our life. So in order to establish peace, this United Nations is formed by all the countries. United Nations, you can see it is in USA. And there they are always having meeting how to establish peace and prosperity in this material world. But what happens? Even though the United Nations is formed and there is meeting every month, but there is war everywhere. They are not able to stop the war. In many countries, they are fighting between them, still. So Prabhupada condemned that United Nations is not means able to implement the peace, because they have not taken that spiritual thing. They are just discussing it on the material platform. And with material platform, it is like Prabhupada is giving an example, like one dog, if you are going, one dog is there in the street, and one more dog is coming from the another street. This dog will bark at the other dog. Why you are coming my street? Because that is bodily platform. Like that, one country thinking I am an Indian, I am an American, and she is Russian, and they are fighting on the bodily platform. As long as we don't come to the spiritual platform to see that everyone is spirit soul and everybody is having the child of God, we cannot stop fighting. So that's what Prabhupada has condemned, that as long as we don't come to the spiritual platform, these wars or fighting cannot be stopped by the United Nations. So that is one thing. And second thing Prabhupada mentions here, how Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has given the perfect advice. And Ambarisa Maharaj was actually executing that. And here, one more important point, it is not only a Brahmana. Brahmana is not supposed to give an advice, but a Brahmana may be very learned in Vedic knowledge, but he cannot give advice as a guru until he is a Vaishnava. So the Brahmana should be a Vaishnava, because Brahmana is well versed in Vedic knowledge. But out of Vedic knowledge, what he should know? Vedescha sarvair ahameva vedyo vedantakrit vedavit eva chaham. So after reading all the Vedas, he should know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that Brahmana who has read all the Vedic literature and come to the conclusion that Krishna is the root cause of everything, and he is a knower of Veda, he is a compiler of Vedanta, that person can give advice to the kings. And Prabhupada is quoting some verse, which we don't know the reference, is not given. Shat karmo nipuno vipro mantra tantra visharadaha a Vaishnava guru nashyat. A Vaishnava means he cannot become a guru nashyat. Vaishnava swapacho guru. Who is a Vaishnava, he only can become a guru. A Vaishnava guru nashyat. So even if you are an expert, nipuno vipro means he's like expert Brahmana. Shatkarma, you are doing all the Brahmanical activities expertly as a Vipra, Mantra, Tantra, Visha, you are expert in Mantra and Tantra. But if you are a Vaishnava, you cannot become a Guru, Nashyad. Vaishnava, Swapacho Guru. Only Vaishnava can become a Guru who can give advice to the people. So therefore, Maharaj Ambarish was rightly taking the advice from the Brahmanas, who were pure devotees of the Lord. That is one point. So there is a devotee, and the devotee is also, at times of difficulty, is taking advice from the Brahmana, who is also a devotee. So immediately Prabhupada is going to the current stage, in modern times. Prabhupada written this maybe 50-55 years before this purport. So he's telling about how the current kingdom, democratic system is working. In the democratic system, normally people are putting vote. But Prabhupada is saying that advisor should not be elected by vote. Because people do not know who is good person. They may elect a foolish person. That we are seeing sometime in the election result also. Sometimes the person whom we don't want, he comes. And we don't know why this person has come, who has voted for him. Because people do not know who is the right person and who is the wrong person. So when a wrong person will come, then everything will become upside down. So in Kali Yuga, it is said that the unqualified people will take up the top post. Srila Prabhupada says that in Kali Yuga, the unqualified people will occupy the topmost post in the government. So what happens? Because of that, everything will become upside down. The Kali Yuga is like that. Nature of Kali Yuga is like that. So when the head is right, they say everything is right. When the leader is right, that movement will be correct. Like Prabhupada pushed this movement, ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, where everybody is following. Even though Prabhupada is not there, people are following sincerely, chanting, offering the bhoga to the Lord, because this was the leader. The leader, if is strong, everything will be okay. In the company, the manager is good, then the department will be good. If the company CEO is good, having very good leadership quality, the company will be good. So when the head is right, everything will be right. So similarly, if a king is right, then the whole citizens will be happy, the government will be good, the country will be good. So Ambarisa Maharaj was such an ideal king. So he was very staunch devotee. So he was able to rule the country according to the religious principles. Also, he was taking time to time advice from the Brahmanas. So here one point is there, such advisors should not be professional politicians, nor they should be elected by ignorant public. Rather, they should be appointed by the king only. So here, 2 points. The executive head of the state is a devotee and also follow the instruction of a devotee Brahmana ruling the country. Then what will be the result? Everyone will be peaceful and prosperous. So there is a formula how to become peaceful and prosperous. The head should be a devotee and the advisor also should be a devotee. So then there can be nothing wrong in the state. And all the citizens should become devotees. Because see, when in a family also, if the father is becoming a devotee or mother is becoming a devotee, automatic children, they come to the line, because the father and mother, they are leading as an example. We are seeing that in many families. So that is one thing. And Prabhupada quotes here from Srimad Bhagavatam also that Yashyati Bhagavati Akinchana. Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavati Akinchana. Sarvair Gunesh Tatra Samas Sura Haro Abhaktasya Kuto Mahatguna Manorate Nestati Davato Bahi. Translation given below. One who is devotee of the Lord, automatically all good qualities will manifest on him. But one who is not the devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications because he is on the Manorati. Manorati means he is hovering on the mental plane. So this is very important. If citizens are trained to become devotees, they will automatically become peaceful and honest. Very important point. The citizens are trained to become devotees. So that's why this spreading of Krishna consciousness is very important. And always Prabhupada says this is not a religious faith. Like we have Christian faith, we have Muslim faith, we have Hindu faith. It's not a religious faith. Krishna consciousness is a spiritual science. So we have to understand that it is a spiritual science. The more this science is spread, many people can become peaceful and happy. And in this way, if the citizens are trained to become devotees, they will automatically become peaceful and honest. And if they are guided by a devoted king, advised by the devotees, the state will not be the material world, but it will become a spiritual world. This world will be transferred, changed to a spiritual world. So all the states of the world should therefore follow the ideal rule or administration of Maharaja Ambarisa described here. The Prabhupada is giving a recommendation here, last line of this purport. All the states of the world should therefore follow the ideal rule or administration of Maharaja Ambarish. So very important points is given here. Ambarish Maharaj's ideal rule, how he was able to rule, and he was able to keep the citizens very happy because he was doing as per the religious principles. He was a good ideal devotee and he was taking advice from also the ideal devotee. So that we should know, very important. Today's situation we are seeing, every country there is always a revolution because they are not happy with the government. Why they are not happy with the government? Because the government is corrupted. Now recently, last 2 to 3 months, in Nepal also, there was a big protest by Gen Z generation, means the younger generation. They are very much upset because they were seeing that rulers, their children, they were posting in Instagram and all their luxurious lifestyle. They have a car worth for, so much millions of rupees. And they are posting that, their lifestyle, luxurious lifestyle. And the common person in Nepal, he's not able to get food also. Now, no job, no proper living conditions, and so much. And they are seeing the people in the government post, they are like living luxury. So they all formed a group and they toppled the whole government. They put fire to the parliament. The parliament was put on fire. So the whole country was boiling in fire. Why? Because they are not happy with the country, citizens, government. Why the government? Why people are not happy with the government? The government has money, but the money is used for selfish purpose for their own luxurious living. And the citizens are not given any benefit which are supposed to be taken care by the government. So ideal king, he always thinks that, all the citizens are the children of God. They are given under my custody as, like how a family said that our children are Krishna's gift to us. We have to take care of them properly. So that's the mindset of a devotee. Similarly, a king thinks that all the citizens in my kingdom, they are child of God. So I should take care of them nicely so that Krishna will be pleased with me. So in that way, he does not become corrupted. He tries to use all the treasury of the kingdom in the welfare of the citizens of the country. So like that, with that mode, if somebody is there, then we can see ideally the people will be also good. People will be happy because they are guided properly. When the people are happy, king is happy. When the king is happy, the people are happy. So it is two-way around. So that is what mentioned here. And we can see throughout now, this is not something theoretically Bhagavatam is describing. We are seeing how throughout the world, there are revolutions going on against many governments. Wars are happening. This is happening because people are becoming more selfish, especially the people who are actually in the ruling side. So that will make actually chaos and confusion, and it will ultimately result in unhappy population. Hare Krishna. So if any devotees want to add any comments or any doubts, please you can unmute and
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. If not, we can go to the next verse.
The best
Hare
example is
Krishna,
Kerala only,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu?
The best example is Kerala only. Now what is happening in
Yeah,
Kerala?
yeah. Every state, Prabhu, every state has this issue. But I think Kerala is affected most.
Yeah,
Tamil Nadu is little better.
Shabarimala temple is only on sale. He is selling
Wrong
all
people, if they come to the top, Prabhu, automatically things will go different. See, like one example I will give you. In Tamil Nadu also, they protested that why only the Brahmanas, they are supposed to worship in the temple, the Garbhagraha. Garbhagraha means the inner sanctum, only why Brahmanas? Why not equal opportunity to everybody? So they made like a government job. So when they made like a government job, many people will go for this course as becoming a priest. And becoming a priest like that by attending course, then they will apply for the job. Same like you are applying in the MEW or Ministry of Public Works like that. And what happens? They are going and they are doing this as a job, earning potential. So
Getting money.
automatically their cleanliness, their purity, that's why Prabhupada mentioned, like even Bhagavatam, you should not recite for money. Because anything you bring money inside that, automatically it will become corrupted. Anywhere money goes. That's one of the ways where Kali is also staying. So they are taking as a job, secured government job. Everybody likes government job because it is secured financially. So they go and they are not maintaining that purity and cleanliness because they are not from that, what is that, Brahmanical foundation. Brahmanical foundation, see, when people are going, then they are maintaining the purity. Not necessarily from Brahmanical family, but who is maintaining the purity. But when you make it as a commercial job, what happens? That purity will go because they are working for the money. So then what happens when the deity is not performed, worship is performed without purity or without proper consciousness, that the temple will lose its power. The same thing what you said, no? Like many people were saying, no, they want to go to Sabarimala. But there is some rules that the ladies should not go, before when you can go once age old after the sing or when they are young. But people want to protest. They want to, like argue or challenge. So everything is done for a certain reason. People should respect, whatever scriptures. But modern mentality is they want to go against. They want to challenge everything, and finally it will end up into unwanted problems. Government has to interfere and so many things. So when the government is not good, naturally people will face a lot of issues wherever it is. So the government leader, they should be actually spiritual. When they are spiritual, I heard that Bhutan, they are like kind of a little bit, they follow Buddhism actually. But the leader, they're like very much, they want their citizens to be very peaceful. So Bhutan, they will not even allow too much tourists. They only allow limited tourists, and they will not destroy by many industries. They want to preserve their nature, and like so many things they are making that it makes like the people a little more peaceful there. Bhutan, I hear like that. So even if you want to go for tourism, they will charge the fee. Visa fee is very high. So that the tourists, they don't go. Like one day this much means only 2 days they will stay and come. But when you open too much for tourism, what happens? That also all the people will come, they will spoil your place and they will go. Suppose your area is open for tourism, what will happen? From throughout the world, people will come there. Then they will throw the plastics, they will throw everything. They will not follow the rules. And that whole ambience will be also destroyed. And too much you promoting tourism also, because tourism is also one of the revenue for the government. But when you promote too much, that also spoils because you are seeing that. So like that, many things are there. But the core point is the leader should be spiritual, one, and he should also take advice from the spiritual people. So then the kingdom will be, or the place will be guided properly, with the citizens also will be taken care properly. That is the main point here. Hare Krishna.
As Prabhu also here, one important point here that Sakarma Nepotomate, that is Patna Purana Sloka, that Nishta means Maharaj Ambarisa took advice from Brahmanas who were pure devotees of the Lord, for ordinary Brahmanas who
Yes.
merely learned scholars, experts in performing ritualistic ceremonies, not complete to give advice. So
Yes.
also, so means they are not the ritualistic, they are original Brahmana, right? Also,
Yes.
citizens under 5.18.12, citizens under the guidance of Krishna conscious king will become devotees, then there will be no need of new laws every day to reform the way of life in the state. So
Yeah.
that is a point. So
Yeah.
Krishna, those who are in Krishna conscious, right? They are matured, means they know how to rule this one. So that is a important point. I understand too. So this,
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing that. So that point is very important. Like it's not an ordinary Brahmana or like learned Brahmana. It should be also the Brahmana should be a devotee of the Lord. From them only we have to take that advice. Hare Krishna. So maybe next verse we can go.
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah,
You
we
read.
can read.
22.
Hare
22.
Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read?
Yes, Mother.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter number 4, sloka number 22. Ije aswamedair adi yajnamishwaram mahavibhutyo paritagni dakshanaihi tatair vasistasita gautamādibhir धन्वन्य अभिसोत्राम् असौ सरस्वतीम् इजे अश्वमेधैरधियज्ञमीश्वरम् महाविभूत्योपरिताग्निदक्षिणैः तथैर्वसिष्ठासितगौतमादिभिर्धन्वन्य अभिसोत्राम् असौ सरस्वतीम्. Translation. In desert countries where there followed the rivers Saraswati, Maharaja Ambarisha performed great sacrifices like the Aswamedha Yajna and thus satisfied the master of all yajnas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such sacrifices were performed with great opulence and suitable paraphernalia and with contributions of dakshina to the Brahmanas, who were supervised by great personalities like Vasistha, Asita, and Gautama, representing the king, the performer of the sacrifice. Translation once again. In desert countries where there followed the river Saraswati, Maharaja Ambaris performed great sacrifices like the Aswamedha Yajna and thus satisfies the master of all yajnas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such sacrifices were performed with the great opulence and suitable paraphernalia and with contributions of dakshina to the Brahmanas, who were supervised by great personalities like Vasistha, Asita, and Gautama, representing the king, the performer of sacrifices. Purport. When one performs ritualistic sacrifices as prescribed in the Vedas, one needs expert brahmanas known as Yajna brahmanas. In Kali Yuga, however, there is a scarcity of such brahmanas. Therefore, in Kali Yuga, the sacrifice recommended in Shastras is Sankirtana Yajna. Yagnai Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti hi Sumedasaha. Instead of spending money unnecessarily on performing yajnas impossible to perform in this age of Kali because of the scarcity of yajnaika brahmanas, one who is intelligent performs Sankirtana Yajna without properly performed yajnas to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There will be scarcity of rain. Yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. Therefore, the performance of yajna is essential. Without yajna, there will be a scarcity of rain, and because of this scarcity, no food grains will be produced, and there will be famines. It is the duty of the king, therefore, to perform different types of yajna, such as the Aswamedha yajna, to maintain the production of food grains. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Without food grains, both men and animals will starve. Therefore, yajna is necessary for the state to perform, because by yajna, the people in general will be fed sumptuously. The Brahmanas and Yajnaika priests should be sufficiently paid for their expert service. This payment is called Dakshina. Ambrish Maharaja was the head of the state, performed all these yajnas through great personalities like Vasishtha, Gautama, and Asita. Personally, however, he was engaged in devotional service as mentioned before. Savai Manah Krishna Padara Vindoho. The king or head of state must see that things go on well under proper guidance, and he must be an ideal devotee as exemplified by Maharaja Ambarisha. It is the duty of the king to see that food grains are produced even in desert countries. What to speak of elsewhere? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
No.
Thank you.
Prabhu, I think we can read the next one also, 23, because there is no, because 22, 23, both verses talking about Ambarish Maharaj sacrifice. So it will be one context we will finish today. And after that will be 24, 25 is Ambarish citizens. That will continue next time. So 23 also we can read.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Hare
so
Krishna.
I will take it. So,
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yasya kradoshu girvanai yasya kradasu girvani sadasya ratuja janaha tulya rupas chani mimsa yadrishanda suvasaha sahana yasya kradashu girvani sadasya ऋग्विधो जनः तुल्यरूपश्चनिमिषः यदृश्यन्द सुहाससः. Translation. In the sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Ambarisha, the members of the assembly and priests, especially Ota, Yada, Brahma, and Advayu, were gorgeously dressed, and they all looked excited because they eagerly saw to the proper performance of the yajna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this 22 to 23 is discussing about Ambarish Maharaj. 21 was describing about Ambarish Maharaj ideal rule, the previous one. 22 to 23 is describing about Ambarish Maharaj sacrifices. Then 24 to 25 is about Ambarish Maharaj citizens. So here 22 to 23, the importance of sacrifice is given. So here one important point Prabhupada mentions here. Who are the Brahmanas who can do this sacrifice? They're called Ejnika Brahmanas. Ejnika Brahmanas means they're not normal Brahmanas. Okay, so like we have a doctor, we say doctor, but there's a doctor, there's a surgeon also. So not all doctors can do surgery. Surgeons only can do, but both are doctors only. So like that, all the Brahmanas cannot do. All the Brahmanas cannot do this sacrifice. Only there's Ejnika Brahmanas who are specifically trained, how to do this yajna. They can only do.
Yeah.
But yes, but in Kali Yuga, Prabhupada mentioned there is a scarcity of such Brahmanas. So therefore, in Kali Yuga, what is the sacrifice recommended in Shastra is actually Sankirta Yajna. Yajna is Sankirtana Praya, Rajanti Sumedesha. We have to just keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Just by chanting this Sankirta Yajna, we will be able to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, because we cannot do the yajnas which was done in the previous yugas, because there is no such qualified Brahmanas. Because that Brahmanas, when they are giving Ashwamedha or this one sacrifice, they will be able to revive the life. The means Ashwamedha Yajna means what? Ashwamedha means horse, right? Horse sacrifice. So normally people also without understanding, they think, oh, your scripture is giving sacrifice to Ashwamedha, like horse. But actually it is that they are giving new life to the horse. They'll be by their expert chanting. That is called Ajnika Brahmanas. So that normally people misunderstand about this Ashwamedha Yajna, Gomedha Yajna. So there is also, it is said that the old horses or old cows only they will take for this sacrifice. Okay, that is a separate subject actually. But here, point is they can be done only by the expert Yajnika Brahmanas, not by other. And Kali Yuga, it is not allowed. It is prohibited to do this kind of sacrifice, whether Ashwamedha or Gomedha, it is not allowed. Or no, it is prohibited also in the Shastra in Kali Yuga. And also, we can see here, when the king will not perform yajnas under proper guidance, what will happen? There will be scarcity of rain. Annad bhavati bhutani, the famous verse in 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yajnad bhavati parjanyo. Because when we have rain, then only there will be crops will be coming. Okay. Then only we will get food grains. Annad bhavati. Without food, we cannot subsist. Even though we are so much advanced in technology today, we are with artificial intelligence now. Artificial intelligence means anything you can ask, it will do for you. Anything.
Yeah.
Just you type the command, it will give for you. Even complex problem solving, relationship, so many things. People just type and they get the complete solution without in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, matter of 5 minutes. But still, the artificial intelligence cannot just give us food. If you type in IA, I want food, can it give food? No. It can give you some picture of food. Okay,
Yes.
different varieties of food it can show in the monitor, but it will not please our stomach. No,
Yes.
one day we are fasting, we feel very difficult. By the time night comes, we will see when it will, sun will rise because I'm not able to live without food. One day without water, difficult actually.
Very
So
difficult.
whatever technology may go to, we have created artificial intelligence, we have created robots which can perform all the activities like human being. Whatever human being can do, it can do everything. But the robot will not have emotions. Again, the robot cannot manufacture food. So, this basic is Annad Bhavati Bhutan. Without food, you cannot live for more than 4-5 days. 10 days maximum, we will die. That food is coming from earth. How does the food come from earth? Because you are pouring water. And how water comes? Because of rain.
Right.
Rain. Krishna has given water below the ground. Also, Krishna has given water above the ground in the form of clouds. Prabhupada said this is technology which no scientist can be, because see how Krishna has designed. The sun is there, the sun will evaporate the water from the sea. Sea is there full of salt. You cannot drink the sea water. Full of salt. It cannot be used for irrigation also. Now that sea water is evaporated and it is transformed into drinking water. How? It is transformed, the salt is gone, but the water is taken and it's formed as a clouds. Beautiful clouds. When you go in the flight, we see, so much beautiful clouds, white clouds. And they are easily moving from one place to another by the force of the wind. Suppose we are storing water in anywhere, you cannot just transport. You need a water tanker, heavy. You need to put petrol to shift that water tanker from one place to another place. Engine, motor, everything is there. But Krishna effortlessly is shifting the clouds from one place to another place by the force of wind. And the clouds move without any effort, And then it comes to a certain place and the clouds will release the water. And the clouds are pouring the water. And then the water comes down. It is falling on the mountains. It forms as a river. And then flows through various ways. Like we have the Mother Ganga. It is flowing through various places. And it is nourishing wherever it is flowing. And then wherever this, and earlier times people used to always settle in the bank of the rivers because you get enough water, you get enough food, cultivation there. Without water, what you can do? You cannot do anything. So like that, the cycle is there. You do sacrifice. By sacrifice, rain will come. Then there is good cultivation, harvest. And then what happens? Then you get. Now in Kali Yuga, what happens? It is little upside down. Where there is no need of water, too much water, excess rain is there. Continuous rain. Like you can see Chennai, now everybody is afraid. Already November has come. Everybody is afraid in Chennai. Why? Because too much rain will come and water will not flow.
Yes.
And the water will not flow, it will enter inside the house. And the ground floor, whoever is there in the ground floor, their house, half 50% will be water. Means their sofa, their this one, everything will be on water for 10 days, 20 days. Because water will not be absorbed. The ground is already, the ground is already wherever there was lake, pond, they demolished that, they removed and made buildings there. So water, there's no way for the water to go. There's no proper drainage system also. So what people doing in Chennai, they are actually shifting to first floor now. Most of the house owners, they are moving to the first floor. Already they moved. Yeah, because first floor water will not come. Now situation sometimes it is coming up to first floor also. Now you will park the vehicle, car, everything is submerged in water. You can go to the first floor. What about your automobile? That all will go in the water. So every November, December, this problem is faced. And Chennai is a very important city, or this is a business hub for India. And the whole Chennai will be stopped because of this rain. Now December it will come. December it will come. And 1 week, 10 days, all the college, school, everything will be closed. Because all the road will be full of water. People use boat at that time to go. So, yeah, see, like this situation, we are going against nature. So it will have, so some places where we want water, water will not come. Rain will not, there is a famine or drought, they say. So we know the famous pastime we already discussed many times when Hyderabad, there was drought, famine, and there was no cultivation because there is no water for many, I think couple of years. When the government was so much concerned, and then Prabhupada told to do this chanting, Kirtan. So after Kirtan, there was rain there. So Anna Bhavati Bhutan. Yeah, so this came in the newspaper that time, 1972 or something, Hyderabad. So this is what scripture is recommending. Maybe somebody who are atheists, they may not believe all these things. Or somebody, they may not believe. But this is what scripture, Shastra is telling. We have to have food, and food comes by rain. And rain comes by yajna. Yeah, so that is there. But technology, they are doing what is it, artificial cloud seeding. So cloud seeding something. So, but there, what happens when they are doing cloud seeding? No, it is against nature. No, too much water will come, and it will flood the place. Not the right amount of water comes. Cloud seeding, cloud busting, something they say technology. They go and mix some chemical in the cloud, and then it will release water. So, but sometimes it releases too much water, it is flooding. So, scriptures are saying sometimes we are playing with nature. It's a genetical modification we are doing, gene modification. So, sometimes it will give reverse effect, complicate the situation. So, it is always very dangerous to play with nature. So we have to go as per the nature, and then we have to get the benefit from the nature also. So this is talking about 22 and 23. 23 there is no purport. Just we'll read only the translation. Already just we read, but we'll read one more time. 23rd, Prabhupada is mentioning that same, like Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning that who are there in the sacrifice, great priest, their names are given, Huta, Udgata, Brahman, Advaryu. They were very nicely dressed and they all look like demigods. And they performed the yajna in a very nice way. So now the yajna is completed. So Ambarish Maharaj's qualities are described as a king and his activities are described. And then the yajna is performed, described. Now how the benefit, because of the good king and the good yajna, the citizens will be happy. That will be verse number 24 and 25. That we will discuss in the next class. Hare Krishna. So any questions or comments, you can please discuss.
And still recently a polluted air means one of the most polluted air in the Delhi. They tried the artificial cloud, but there is no benefit. Means there is no result. So there is there is no without the permission of Supreme Lord or without the proper there will not be proper rain. It is blessings of Supreme Lord. That is his
Yes. Even if too much rain comes, it is a problem, bro. Because Prabhupada mentioned good rain means it should come in the night time and morning time it should stop. Like that Prabhupada is mentioning. Because it will not disturb the citizens. When you sleep, rain will come. And the morning it will stop. Then you can resume your activity. But daytime full it is raining. What you will do? So rain also, if it is coming, it should be ideal. At the right time, right place, at the right amount. Then only it will be benefited. Too much rain means problem.
Flood.
Yeah, flood, especially in our city and all. No? Tamil Nadu recently had a lot of flood like this. Even last month, South Tamil Nadu, too much rain was there. Like 15 days before, I think. Nagapatnam, all this area. No, too much rain and the other streets. Means the roads were filled with water. The bus or vehicle cannot go on the road. Like that. Hare Krishna. Thank you, bro. Thank you for sharing that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ji.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, even though we mentioned like in Kali Yuga, Sankirtana Yajna is prescribed, Srila Prabhupada empowered so many devotees. They are doing this homa and all, no? When we see them doing that, it's like too much inspiring. The Western devotees and all. Like, you know, in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is like encouraging everybody to progress. Same like, you know, Prabhuji, that's very wonderful.
Yes, yes. You go to all the temples. Like I went to Govardhan Eco Village. Every day morning 6 o'clock they will do a sacrifice. You can participate with family.
Yes,
You can participate. You can give your names, family names, like that. They will do on behalf of you for the good of for your family, like that.
Yes.
Every day morning they do that homa. Every day.
Every day.
Many temples, big
Even
temples they
Prabhuji,
do.
that if you remember that Philippine Prabhuji who was here, you went to that temple also. That Prabhuji.
I went there. They have Govardhan. There's one Braj Eco Village.
Yeah, Braj Eco
Mathura, his name is called Mathuranath Prabhu.
Madhuranath Prabhuji, correct. I forgot his
He's
name.
married now. Married having 2 children also.
Oh, Haribol.
He became Grasta, but he's taking care of the temple. So Philippine,
wonderful devotee, Prabhuji.
Nice devotee. He was like working in the gym here.
Gym trainer, yeah. He was a trainer.
Gym trainer and was like very nice person. And, I'm still in touch with him.
Haribol, Prabhuji. Please convey our pranams to him.
Yes.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for
So,
sharing.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, that the same Prabhuji has got some accident, no? There when he went back to Philippines, something like that. That time we had.
I don't know about accident, Mataji, but when I met him in Philippines, he was fine. He was nice. There was no like any kind of issues. He's having so many shalagrams. He's worshipping shalagrams. No? Many shalagrams he's worshipping.
That is not this Prabhuji, Mataji.
Another one, but that is also Philippine Prabhu. Like he fell down from some like she.
No, but in Kuwait, there was only one devotee Filipino. As far as I know.
That is the same Prabhuji. Only when he went back to Philippines, he got like he was riding cycle and some accident happened with another vehicle and he got a few months he was sick actually like that.
Maybe, but not very serious, I think.
Yeah, not serious, but the same Prabhuji only, I think.
Maybe. Yeah. So
happy to hear about him. He's still in the same.
He's having two children. He's married also.
Okay, Prabhuji.
If you have his picture, please share, Prabhuji, family picture.
Yeah, definitely, Mataji. I will share in the Nityam Bhagavad Seva also.
Yeah, okay? Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, I think Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhuji. It's a wonderful class today. Two important verses you have covered already.
Srila Prabhupada's mercy, whatever you are repeating, whatever Prabhupada mentioned, says the same thing you are repeating.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.